I find things on the internet from do-it-yourself hobby, do-it-yourself crafts. Should I try that again? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let Me Try That, where I find things on the internet from do-it-yourself crafts and recipes, and I try them myself. I have seen 1,000,001 different do-it-yourself bracelets on the internet lately. I know it's like springtime coming up on summer, and girls, we love our cheap little bracelets that we can wear anywhere just to accessorize. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of these. I just made one myself because I wanted to make sure I can actually kind of do it. And then 2 other ones that I haven't tried yet, so we'll see if I can do them. For this, it's kind of really easy. I bought some of this silk rope, which was a little hard to find, but if you look in the ribbon section of your craft store, you'll find some. And some of these little key ring things. I'm gonna cut some of this string. When I made this one, I went around my wrist twice with the length of this, and then I cut it. I think I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer because what you do is we're gonna make knots right here, and it was nice having a little bit of string at the end to tighten that knot really well. I'm just gonna hold it in my hand and then maybe go around my wrist like 3 times and then just cut it. We have our rope and it's all ready. I'm just gonna grab one of these little rings. I just found this at the craft store. They had a bunch of different beads or whatever, but I like the little silver rings because they looked really nice, like with the purple and a few other colors that I bought. See, on this bracelet there's like a hole here and then there's a hole here. I actually just looped it around my finger when I was tying it. I would have almost the same sized holes on each side. So there's your first section of the thing that you've knotted of your bracelet. And then you're going to come on the other side and loop it in here and then come out. And then you're going to make a double knot on this side. 2 knots, and then this is the actual bracelet part. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the extra stuff off. This is the dangerous part where you're going to grab a lighter. Trust me guys, it's not that bad. You're just going to grab a lighter and hold it out there because you're going to want to singe this. And then it'll kind of, it kind of just like adheses, like it's kind of like an adhesive. The heat will kind of melt it together a little bit so it won't loosen on you. So I'm just touching the tip of it with it. I just burned both ends. I'm waiting for this one to cool a little bit. Once that's done, you just put it on your wrist. I made it a little tight because I don't want them too loose. But getting them on is going to be a little bit of a pain. But then there you go. There's your bracelet. I bought like a bunch of different colors. See? I was just going to make a few different ones. So now I'm on to my second bracelet. And the second bracelet is more of just a braided bracelet. 3 pieces of silky string or silk rope, I think they call it. 3 feet long each piece. I wasn't sure how much long, so I just cut that just to be safe. Probably end up cutting it later. I got about like 17 or 18 of these hex nuts. They're little gold ones. I thought they would look really cute with the blue. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a knot up at the beginning of your string. Tie all 3 of them together. Just make a knot. Then I'm just going to tape it down to my little workstation because it's so much easier to like braid things when it's actually tied down. You're just going to begin by doing a basic braid. You're going to do a very tight braid. Make sure it's up near the top, starting there. So when you begin to get about 2 inches down, this is when you're going to start threading your little hex nuts on there. So you're going to take your first hex nut and then you're going to thread it onto the left rope of your braid. And then you're going to cross that string over like you would continuing the braid. You're going to put a hex nut on your right string of the braid and make sure it's all the way up there. And then you're going to cross that string over just like you were continuing the braid. And then you're just going to repeat that until all your hex nuts are gone. Or until the length of the hex nut portion of your bracelet you want. So I put that back again on the left side. You just have to like make sure that they kind of stay there. So this one would be like that. This does get a little confusing. I guess you should be like a master at braids, which I'm really not. I'm just kind of figuring it out a little bit. It looks kind of jacked up. I think I messed up here somewhere. You really have to like pull the bracelet and like the nuts to like make sure that they're going the way you want them. It still doesn't look like it should look. So this is just another one of those things where, you know, that it proves why I do this, why I do these episodes, is because they post things on the internet and they make you think that it's really easy, but when you go and try it yourself as an average person, you come up with crap. Oh dear God. This looks so bad. I made it about 2 inches long, the metal part of it. And then what you're going to do is just you're going to continue braiding like normal to finish off the bracelet. Once you finish your braiding, which was another 2 inches, you're going to go ahead and you're going to make a knot. Okay. So there's the bracelet. It looks a little jacked up. I don't know if it's because it could be a bunch of different things. The nuts seem to be a little bit too big for this string. Not so good looking. I don't like them as much as I like the first 2 bracelets. So for my third bracelet, all you need is some ribbon. I got some nice little pink ribbon with white and like, I think it's like cherry blossom looking-ish. Some embroidery floss, a color that'll match your bracelet, or I mean if it doesn't, that'll go with your bracelet. And some fake pearls, because we're going to make a girly one. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece of your ribbon off. I'm not good at measuring things, but I cut it like about 4 times around. What you're going to do is you're going to want enough to cover your wrist, but we're also going to be wrapping this in between and around these pearls. So if you'll see what I mean. So what you're first going to do is you're going to thread your needle. You're going to make a knot at the end, so when you pull it through, it'll stay. Okay, so you pull your needle through the outside of your ribbon, the side that you want to be shown. And then you're going to thread on your first pearl. So there goes the first one. You're going to hold your pearl in place. You're going to take your fabric and kind of wrap around the pearl where the other end is, like where your thread came in. I mean, where your thread came out. Kind of like that. And then you're going to get an idea of where you need to put your next hole for your thread to go through. So it came in right here. I need it to come out like right here. And then that's where you're going to send your thread back through. So in the middle, you're going to send it through like right about there. And then that'll kind of bunch up the ribbon around your pearl. So then once you do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to throw on your next pearl. So my pearls seem to be a little too small for this ribbon. I was trying to pick out the smallest ribbons they had, and I did. But maybe next time I'll just have to pick out bigger pearls. So then once you have that threaded on, see how it goes pearl, then fabric, then pearl? You're going to do your fabric again. You're going to have to wrap it around. So I'm just going to pull this tighter. Okay, so you see how the one pearl already has the fabric wrapped around it? You're going to have to keep doing that. So you're going to grab your fabric, go back up again. See, now I have 2 and the fabric is wrapped around them. So I just went back, I just like finished this. You see the alternating beads and the ribbon. There's a few spots I messed up on, like this one I gave too much slack to the ribbon, and then there's like 1 or 2 in there that are a little too tight of the ribbon. That was the hardest part, guessing where to put the hole back in the ribbon to thread it through. So that's what it looks like, and then this is what it should look like on the outside. That's what the bracelet's gonna look like. See, you have that big bump there. You'll get better at it. It wasn't that bad. It's just a little time consuming. I put the last bead through on the outside. I have my thread coming through this back part here. So you're going to take this thread, the needle, not through the same hole, but one close to it. And you're actually going to thread it back through some of the pearls. So you have your needle coming up. This is just to end it. So you have your needle coming back up through the ribbon. And then you're just going to throw it through some of these pearls and already holes made and everything. And then I'm just going to pull that string. So I'm going to cut this. Take some of these strings apart. Since I'm using embroidery floss, it's made up of more than one string. I'm just going to take some of these. And then I'm just going to cut this side. And then you just tie those together for your bracelet. I probably should have left a little bit more room over there. So then that's your third bracelet. This one's a little bit girly and it took a little more time. I kind of made it tight. If it's a little looser, it would look nicer too. But that's the third one. So these are your 3 bracelets. This was the one that kind of turned out a little odd. The nuts might have been too big. So just, you know, when you're looking for like materials to do this, just make sure you're like, your portions are right. Like same thing with this one. Like I like this one. The pearls kind of been a little bit bigger, I think. And then I just like the real fun and simple ones. Those were really easy. I'll probably make some more of those just for, you know, the summer and springtime, you know. It's fun. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to try next, please leave a comment below. And if you like these videos, please subscribe and you can see more. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.